Hi, I'm Bonnie Serratore, creator of the Serratore Method, and today I am going to give you some information on the October energy update. Okay, so when I look at the energy frequency of October, okay, it's starting to get real shady here. A lot of dark energy starting to happen. We're moving right into that 2026 next year where things shift and change. But right now, we're kind of like in the shadow of all of that darkness that's going to be happening this coming months. Okay. So when I look into October, it's like shrouded. Everything's shrouded. We're shrouded in darkness. Okay. What that means for us is that a lot of the experiences that we're having, it's going to feel very dark, right? I just want to say something too about the times, what we're in. So right now we're in the frequency, the beginning stages of the new paradigm. We'll be solidly into it in about 148 years. And by then, all this shifts will be happening. But right now, we're in that transformation. We are in the shift of the ages. We are in the time period where everything of darkness is being revealed. Okay, so this is why we're going to be going through some really intense dark times. But the dark times, and for us, we're just being shrouded in this darkness. Okay, what that really means for us. Now, keep in mind, this is for people that are on a journey to clear and heal their wounding, so it's a journey of liberation. Okay, so I read the energy that is about that is for that. Okay, so the shrouding, literally, when I look at the energy, it's like this. It's like particles of darkness. It's not like a blanket and it's not like a veil, but it's particles of darkness, okay? What that means is that darkness is literally coming around the entire planet, okay? And then as it covers the entire planet, everyone is going to be affected by this. It's not going to be feeling good. So when we think about things like, oh, the light, the light's coming, okay? That feels good, okay? What doesn't feel good though is the heaviness of this energy frequency that is going to be shrouding everyone, okay? What it's going to be doing, it's going to be a heaviness, kind of a heavy frequency. And in that heaviness, it's going to feel like we're weighted. We're going to feel like the weight of the world, so to speak. Okay. I'd like to say I got good news, but this is what's up. And this is what's necessary, for us to make that transition from the old paradigm into the new paradigm. So think about this and understand this. Here's the energy. So we've got the new paradigm. Okay. And I remember I was teaching this way back in 1980, 86, 87. Okay. So because I saw the veils, I was shown what was going to be happening. So think about this. Here's the veils. Here's us. Okay. Now, oh, passing through, no problem. If we got lots of light, if we don't have a lot of light, and we got all this dark energy, okay, we won't be passing through. Now, some of you might be thinking, ah, no problem. I don't want to come back. Well, unfortunately, that won't be happening. You'll be coming back. It may not be planet Earth, but no matter what, wherever you go, there you are. You know what I mean? It's like just because you left this body and came into a new body, it doesn't go away, people. Okay, so whatever you're dealing with right now, whatever's happening in your world right now, okay, it's not going to go away. This is why it's like face it. Deal with it, confront it, get clearings, get healings, look within, do your inner work, do your emotional work, face yourself, okay? But October, it's a heaviness, okay? It's like this heaviness, it'll be weighing on us. And what it's going to be doing as I'm watching what it does is it filters into the body. Think about that. It filters right into your body. It filters in and it hits your subconscious. It hits your all the different chakras. It hits all the energies that are in you. So all the carryover from your soul imprint from all your past lives, this is all still here. It's going to get activated. Okay, it's going to get pushed on. And when something gets pushed on, what is that? What happens? It's like we're being squeezed. Okay, so the squeeze is happening and we're all going to be feeling it and it's going to be intense. Okay, so As that energy is coming in, it's going to be hitting, like as I watch it, and as it comes into the subconscious. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's coming in. When it hits the subconscious, think about this. The subconscious is the unknown. You can't know what's in there. Okay, so that subconscious is being hit with that cloaking energy, that dark vibrational energy that's coming in. It'll hit that subconscious. It's going to match some of the darkest places in your subconscious. Okay, so that so when it does that, and it's also going to be hitting those chakras, your entire body. But when it hits that subconscious, what's going to happen is it's going to, how can I say, it's going to almost like match it. Okay, like think about in the subconscious, the unknown. Okay, it's all dark. You can't find it. Your conscious mind will never find it. Okay, so you have all this unknown in there. Well, as that energy from October comes in with that cloaking kind of energy, I can literally see it because it's coming, it'll be coming in, and those wounds, those issues, those places where you're still feeling like, poor me, I'm a victim, I'm forsaken, why is this happening to me? All the other issues as well, such as, like the greed and the lack, all the things that we deal with as humans. Think about it. We're all same in you, same in me. We're all exactly the same, only different. Okay. We all have the same stuff. Okay. So, but we all have these unconscious places. So the places where we actually believe that there's something wrong with us, we're not enough as we are. Okay. That we're born bad, we're born in sin. Things like, oh, yeah, yeah, jealousies and envies and judging others, feeling judged, being shamed and humiliated, wanting retribution and punishment and torture for others and also being done to us. So if you look at your life, okay, so think about this, you're creating your reality 100% by what's in your subconscious. So if your subconscious has beliefs in there that you're not enough, there's something wrong with you, you don't deserve, oh, you've done bad things, oh, you deserve to be punished and tortured, you deserve great suffering, you deserve to live in lack, what are you going to create? Okay, so this has to come to the surface because it's also the energy that cannot pass through the veils. Okay, think about this. You want to come back here because it's your soul family. Okay, you got good soul family here, people that, at a soul level truly love you, truly. And, we can do the soul dancing with each other. And when that energy that's coming in, penetrating the subconscious, is what's happening. I can literally watch what's happening. So it comes in, comes right into the subconscious, and it touches that darkness. It touches those places that are already hidden, the deep wounding, like PTSDs, traumas, shocks, crisis, all that energy, terror, fear. It's all in there. Okay. So now what's going to happen is that energy, that darkness, as it comes in and it starts mingling with and enmeshing with, merging with your subconscious, okay? Then what happens is as it's merging, oh, all right. So what it's doing is it's literally coming in. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is making more sense. So now it comes into your subconscious and it starts to squeeze. Okay, think about this. Think about you've got an energy, in your subconscious, okay? And another energy has come in that's fairly the same, kind of the same. So here's your subconscious, you got all that dark. So this black is coming in, but when it starts to merge with this energy, okay, it starts merging with it and becomes one with it, then it starts to like squeeze it, squeeze it. What happens when you squeeze anything? It's got to go somewhere, right? The energy. Think about squeezing an orange or a lemon or something, squirts out. Okay. So the energy in your subconscious is now going to get squeezed. Okay. So you've had so much opportunity to do your inner work. Okay. You've been, how many years you've been on the planet and how many years have you been really, seeking to unravel and clear and heal your life. Okay. So whatever's not undone or whatever you've not done yet, so to speak, it's going to get squeezed. Okay. That means in that squeezing of it, okay, pressure of it pushes it up and out, up and out, up and out. And it's going to push it into consciousness. Again, people are going to fight it. You're going to resist it. Some people are still going to be like, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to know this. I don't want to face this. No, no, no. Okay. No going through the veils. So your choice. Okay. But the bottom line is this. You're going to get you're going to get, amped up. Okay. You're going to start to feel things and things outside, external. The external world is going to get more intense. Okay. More darkness is going to be happening. You're going to have reactions to that. That squeeze is going to make those reactions even more intense. Think about that. Okay. So whatever you've already got running, if you're already fearing what's happening in the world, it's going to get more because think about this. How are you going to ever unravel and clear your unconscious? It has to be revealed. It has to come into conscious awareness. If it doesn't, it stays hidden. So this is what's happening. The universe is assisting in our own liberation. Now, we're going to be thinking, oh, I'm being punished. I'm being tortured. I'm forsaken. Why is this happening to me? I must be bad. I must be wrong. There must be something wrong with me. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not, don't belong. I don't matter. No one wants me. No one loves me. Whatever you got running. Okay. So this shrouded energy, the shrouding of intensity that's going to be squeezing, squeezing, squeezing the dark emotional pain, the angst, the issues in our subconscious so that it can be revealed and brought to the surface. We want to take advantage of it. So rather than saying, like when you get activated, okay, because it's going to happen. I don't care how it happens. It might be you're watching something in the world or you're hearing something, or maybe it's your own family. Oh, things are happening big time. Oh yeah, okay. So a lot of intensity. So it's going to bring up deep, 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 those really deep emotions. It's going to bring up those feelings of helplessness. Okay. And the feelings like, you're forsaken. It's going to be very intense. So the best thing to do is if you understand what's happening, if you know, ah, the energy, the shrouded energy is literally going to be, penetrating the subconscious to squeeze my subconscious wounding to bring it to the surface. And it's not going to look pretty. I'm going to have big reactions. I'm going to be in, big feelings, big intense feelings. Okay. All right. I got it. I know it. Okay. Then when it starts to happen, rather than going, oh no, and pushing it away, no, 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 no. Welcome it. You got an emotion coming up because of something you're hearing, seeing, witnessing, experiencing. Have it all the way, all the way. Let go. Drop your mind, lose the mind, no mind thoughts. Become that emotion all the way, fully, so that when you are in that emotion, you become it, and then there's nothing else that you're aware of but that emotion. You have become it. That is the magic right there. That is how you shift the energy. That is how the energy is released out of your body. Okay? Think about this. I have worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of people, hands on. I got 40 years of hands on healing. I had a full on center, healing center of the emotional body. Okay? 13 years of that. Okay? And then continued on to other things. But basically, the emotional energy, when we surrender to it, we become that energy. I have watched that energy unwrap, literally. I'm telling you, literally. Someone would be on my table and they'd be in an authentic, true feeling. They were actually in that feeling. They weren't, making noise. They weren't recycling. They weren't just, making all the sounds, which a lot of people do. Or you're crying, but you still have your mind thoughts. Okay. It has to be pure emotion. It has to be pure feelings. Okay. So what happens is when they would really drop in and really feel and cry and whatever they were experiencing, I would watch that energy, telling you straight up, it would start literally unwinding. And I watched it coming out, 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 out of the body and gone. Okay. When that happens, when you get all the pieces of that particular issue, you can't find the thought anymore. You can't find the feelings anymore. You can't find the reactions anymore. It's gone. When it's gone, it's not in your subconscious anymore. So if it's not in your subconscious, guess what? Oh, you won't be recreating all those scenarios that are going to activate a wound because that wound doesn't exist anymore. Okay. I mean, this is for real. Okay. I'm serious. And not only other people, my own inner work. I have done my own inner work for all these years. I actually began in 1984. And also, just so you understand, 1984, I had direct experience of being in a state of enlightenment. It's happened 3 times. And I was very aware. I was very, very awake, very aware, conscious, and it wasn't induced. Okay. I was in a doing a therapy session, and the woman I worked with, we would do amazing things. This is where I discovered the energy frequencies of judgments and the energy frequencies, different the enormity of it. Okay. Anyway, we always had great experiences, but that one day it was like something whoa, just like that. I was there. I was in this state of pure awareness, purely awake and aware. Okay. I got up, I walked around, I'm looking out the window, and I'm very, very acutely aware that there's nothing in me right now at all that has any sense of judgment. No good, bad, right, wrong. Everything was perfect. There was no separation. I was totally here, conscious present, heart wide open, feeling unconditional love, and in this state of enlightenment. Okay. This is how I know some of the things I know is through my direct experiences, not just of that, but many other things. So now it's being forced upon, we're being forced to face ourselves. We're going to get squeezed here. Okay. That shrouding is a squeezing. It's going to squeeze us. Okay. And we want that because I know for myself, I'm telling you straight up. Okay. Honest to God, for real, people. I'm always okay. Whatever angst I got, if I'm having a reaction, I want to know what that is. I want to find what that is. Now, keep in mind, everything comes in its own time. Okay. Now, I've had some really deep, deep, deep experiences in my childhood that seriously messed me up, and trying to unravel some of that pain, that heartache in my own self. It was only last year. Think about this. I started my work in 1984. Last year, 2024, okay? When I got the biggest piece of my life, okay? But it was through the emotion. So it was clearing out that emotion. What happened, people, I'm telling you, that the sadness that I felt my entire life was no longer there. The depth of sadness that I could tap into and no problem, like many of you, in an instant, you can be right there in this deep sadness, okay? It's gone, okay? And it's by going through the emotions, going through the feelings that were still in my subconscious. Again, I couldn't find it. I did lots of work, lots of inner work, doing my best. And it happens when it happens, okay? But right now what's happening is we are in the acceleration. We are in that time period where everything's accelerating. So now with this shrouded energy, this squeezing, shrouding energy that's going to come into the subconscious and squeeze those wounds, it's going to squeeze them, squirt them right out, bringing it to awareness so that you can heal it, be done with it, heal it, feel it, be done. Okay, so this is what this is all about. It's about our liberation. It's about us being free and sharing the gift of who we are, which is unconditional love. And in that, I'm telling you, you're no longer afraid. You guys, I used to be, like way back, not way, way back, but back, okay. For most of my career, I was in hiding. People only knew about me through word of mouth. That was it. That's because people want to hurt you. They want to persecute you. Okay. They don't understand you. Look out. So I was always afraid. Clean that stuff up. Now I'm not. Okay. But it's like the time now is we have to open our hearts. This is the time. Start cracking open that broken heart, that heartache, that heart pain, feelings like we're not loved, we're not enough, we don't matter, we're not important, whatever that is, we have to unravel that and know it. Okay. Here's what happens. This is the soul's journey. The soul is evolving. Okay. Evolving. It evolves through experience and learning through those experiences. If we have an experience and we don't let ourselves go through the emotions of it, the soul's not learning. There's no learning. Then we keep doing it. This is why what? We come back over and over and over, repeat the same things again and again and again, hundreds and hundreds, maybe even 1,000 times. Really? Yeah, really. So Now is the time. Now is the time with the the frequency of the new paradigm, the light of that energy and the energy frequencies. It's going to be helping us to move through things much faster. Like, think about this. My journey started in 1984. Okay, I'm still on my journey. People that are just now stepping on their journeys, things happen, boom, 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 boom. They're getting liberated, And I'm thinking, oh, I had to do all this work, okay? So, yeah, I did, but that's how I know how to do it. This is how I can teach it because I lived it and I know. So now is the time. So that squeeze that's happening is the opportunity. So take it as an opportunity. When you find yourself having these reactions or you're finding yourself, in these direct experiences in life and emotions are coming, find the time to go in and drop in all the way. Surrender. Surrender all of your energy, your body. Just relax into it. Cry it out. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to feel like you're going to die. You're going to feel like your heart is breaking. Okay? It's going to feel like your heart's shattering, breaking. You're going to think you're going to go crazy. You're going to think you're never going to come out of it. Okay? You're going to think, oh, this is it. The end is here. Okay? Well, it's the end of the suffering. So take advantage of this time. This is a really, really important time. And the energies of the universe are actually helping and supporting us. So again, remember, this is the soul's journey. The soul has to know itself. And the way the soul knows itself is it gets activated. Okay, you have a reaction. Okay, now you're feeling all these emotions. But now when you soften and relax into it, now that's when the soul, your soul, is now feeling and knowing itself in these experiences. Okay. If you're staying in your mind, the soul's not getting any lesson. There's no growth here. There's no waking up. There's no evolution or expansion. Okay. And you don't feel much better if you cry. Okay. But you have to, when you're having all these thoughts. Okay. If you're still in your story, if you're still telling your story, you're still in your thoughts. Okay. Because that's what happens. We can make ourselves sad all day by listening to our thoughts, right? Okay? So there's no healing in that. There's no shifting in that. There's no change in that. Okay? The change occurs when you surrender to these emotions fully, drop the mind, no thoughts, then the soul is getting that, and then the energy releases, and the soul got that one. Now I can get on to the next one. How cool is that? Right? Right. Okay. So we do have some cool clearings coming up or in this October. And one of them has to do with loss of self and loss of other. The other one is dark force interference. Okay. So these are also just supporting you to help clear out your subconscious, help you get liberated. All right. So one's on the 12th, one's on the 24th. Okay. They're 2 weeks apart. So I want to do a little quick activation here to help you so that when you get, when you start to go into your reactions or you start to have these feelings, that you remember and that surrender, surrender. Know the emotion, know the feeling. Okay? Know it. All right? All right, here we go. So I'm just going to come right in. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to go. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to go right into your core. And I'm also going to go right into the, your love and light frequency. And I'm going to be blasting that love and light, expanding it to help you start to remember and know who you really are, which is a divine being. And the core of you is pure love and light. Okay, so right there, I'm just going to be starting to wake that energy up, activating even more. I'm going to bring in the white flame, and the white light as well. I'm also going to bring in that Christ consciousness that has a vibrational frequency that also helps to activate. So I'm bringing in all those frequencies right into that energy of you, right into your divine light. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Bringing those energies in. Bring them in. There we go. Again. Anchor them in, expand them in. There we go. Bring that light in. Good. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Expand and expand and expand, expand, expand. Then I'm going to go right into your subconscious really quickly. Right into that subconscious. I'm going to bring even more light. I'm going to bring light spears in to the deepest, deepest recesses of that subconscious, the most ancient. Bringing light spears in. Shatter, 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 shatter. White flame, white flame, white flame coming in, right in, piercing right through, coming right through all those piercings of that light spears. And now blow it up. Shatter, 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 shatter. So, there we go. And then energy moving up and out, up and out. That's just going to help assist in your journey as this month of October, when that shrouding is coming in to squeeze those emotions, to squeeze those unconscious memories, feelings, emotions, bringing it to surface. Alrighty then. Yeah, October. Big one.